Hey everyone, welcome to the Classy Career Girl podcast. Today we are talking all about digital products, how to create one, how to build one in 90 minutes, and how to start generating income streams into your business. So if you've ever thought, I should really package up all the knowledge I have and be able to sell it so I don't actually have to be the one on sales calls selling all the time. And I could make an income even when I'm not at my computer. Maybe I'm out with my family and I can still be generating an income online. That's what we're talking about today. And that is the goal. And our mission here is to help you make an impact, make an income without burning out, and to have career fulfillment. So that's what we are all about here. And today we're getting super practical. What exactly is a digital product for a coach or a consultant, or maybe you want to create a course? All of those are digital products. So I'm going to break it down and tell you what is a digital product, what is the best type of digital product to create if you are a coach or consultant or creative, and how do you build it quickly. So let's get that out of the way first. A digital product for someone who is a coach or doing a service or a consultant needs to have video content inside, like a course. So this is very important. I'm not talking about a PDF, a guide, an ebook, a planner. Those are not good digital products for someone who is trying to build trust and relationship with your audience. I want you to create something with video content, because that way your audience can go through it, build trust, build a relationship with you, because the end goal then is to coach them and is to get a client and be able to coach them and help them change their lives. And so today we are going to hear some time-tested tips. We're going to go over how to launch your product fast. I'm going to tell you how I created my first digital product, how I continue to create digital products as well. I'm working on one right now as we speak. And when I first created my first digital product, I didn't spend weeks recording perfect videos or building fancy funnels or none of that. So this does not need to take a lot of your time. I simply sold a live 90-minute workshop on a single problem that my clients kept asking about. All I had was a Google Doc, a Zoom link, and some great early bird pricing. And 5 people bought that when I put that out in just 48 hours. I had no slides. I had no product created. None of that was created. I was just telling my audience the date that I was going to do this live 90-minute workshop, and I put that out into to my audience. I ran the workshop. I answered questions at the end. And then afterwards, so not only did I gain an income from this digital product before that live workshop, but after the workshop, then I took that recording, I split it into 4 short modules, uploaded it to Vimeo, which is where I host my videos, but you could do that. There's so many different places that you can host a video. So don't let the tech stop you here. This is really simple. And that became my first evergreen digital product that I've been able to sell for years and years and years. And many of you who are around here, you know the one I do every year in December, our annual planning workshop. So this is a great example. I'm recording this in September. We are about to start selling tickets for that annual planning workshop for 2026, and it will be in December. So from beginning of October to December, I'm going to be selling tickets without ever creating slides, without ever actually creating perfect videos or any of the content. I'm going to already start to be generating an income from that live workshop. The live workshop is going to go off live for 90 minutes. There's going to be Q&A. We're going to have, additional bonuses and lots of fun during that week when we start to plan 2026. I'm going to record it. I'm going to chop it into 4 modules, and then it's going to become like a mini course, and it's going to have 4 great modules, and people after the live can watch that replay broken into those 4 modules with the workbook, and they can still get the same results, and they can watch it instantly. So in essence, it's almost even better value because they can go through it right away. They don't need to wait for a week or a month to get that live workshop. And so 2 big things happened when I started creating digital products this way. I stopped repeating myself on coaching calls. And this is really important because as soon as I started to see a need that people had and I kept getting asked the same question over and over again, I said, I need to create a digital product about this, because now I can send my clients to that training and I don't need to keep saying the same things over and over again. And they're actually getting more value from that, right? They're getting that quick win from that digital product. The second thing, a lot of people book coaching sessions with me after they go through that digital product because the product built trust. I helped them accomplish that one win. So take for example, my annual planning workshop. I help my clients in that annual planning workshop create their annual plans for the year. And then I say, at the end of 90 minutes, I say, hey, we have a great plan. If you want my help executing this plan over the next 90 days, then, here's my next offer. Here's my coaching product, right? Here's the next thing that I'm offering. Or here's a link to talk to me on my, my discovery call session or my strategy call session, my free session. Let's personalize this plan. Let me tell you how I can support you and help you next. And that's when it really clicks. Like, you can create your content with your clients. You do not have to do it in isolation. So one of the biggest mistakes is to go into your room, press record, and try and create a course. Don't do it. Create with your clients. It's so much more fun to do live trainings, live courses. This is actually how I created my very first course. It was all the way back in 2012. I did it live. I taught it live week after week with my audience. And every time I create another new course or another new training, I do it live with my audience, because then you get such great questions. You get to actually teach live people. You get to actually impact them and help them. And it's so much more fun to do with your clients than in isolation. So I highly recommend recording this digital product live with your audience. You can offer 2 different dates. I usually do this so that if, say, the recording messes up or something, or you make a mistake, you'll always have, 2 opportunities to get it right. So how do you do this, Anna? How do I create this? So the first thing that you want to do, my first tip for you, is to define the digital product the right way. So like I said, this is an online sellable experience that's going to deliver a quick transformation for your clients. We're not just going to have a lecture for 90 minutes here. And you're not going to have to be present every single time for them to get that result. You're going to be present for that first 90 minutes, but then they can watch that recording and get the same results. So for coaches, like I said, your product should include video so people can see you and hear you. And it's not just an ebook or a checklist. This is really like that first step that you take people through. If you're a coach, it's the first thing that, in your journey, the first thing that you help them with. And it's really designed to lead naturally then into your higher level coaching programs. So like I said, my example is my annual planning workshop. And the next step, you have your plan. Now let's work with me in, my membership or my certification program, and we will take you on. We'll help you execute the great plan that you just started. So 3 quick questions to help you pick your topic today. The first one is, what questions do you get over and over again? Like, what do people ask you over and over again? If you've already had any sort of practice clients, or if you already have clients, like what do you always talk about over and over again? And second, what do you love teaching? Like, what is natural? I am not talking, this should all be natural. What you teach in 90 minutes should be something that you're excited to teach about. You're not going to have to do a ton of prep work. It just kind of naturally flows out of you. This is how annual planning is for me. I love teaching annual planning because I love annual planning myself. And then the third thing is, what is that first win that you deliver when you are working with someone? So say someone signs up, what is like that first thing that you do with someone? So for us, if someone signed up with job search coaching with me or one of our certified career coaches, we would walk them through figuring out what their ideal career path is. We'd walk them through, we have this, a whole framework to help them figure out their calling and figure out their ideal work day. And those are some things that I could create just in a digital product to help them get started, to help them have that first win. Another digital product that I have done in the past is creating a business plan in 90 minutes. So I help people who want to start businesses and do a live workshop in 90 minutes and walk them through a 1-page business plan. So by the time they're done, they have a business plan done. And then my upsell after that is, hey, you have a great business plan. Let me help you execute it. Let me help you reach that, make it happen in the next 90 days. So you can see this is all very strategic. I'm not just going to do something I think would be cool. I'm going to do something that helps my audience have that win and be able to get that result. So then they're really ready to work with me next. Like I said, like I always say on all my podcasts these days, you can always use ChatGPT to give you 10 titles or, to give you an outline of that 90-minute workshop or outline of the 4 modules, and then you can edit it to fit your style. I always do recommend though, you have to ask ChatGPT good questions. So you have to start with good questions and good content. So give it some juice. Like give it, like these are the things I'm thinking about. Like this is my purpose. This is my mission. This is what I love talking about. Pro tip, take those 3 questions that I said to think about, pop those into ChatGPT and then let it give you an outline. Put in what questions do clients ask you again and again? What do you love teaching about? What's that first win you deliver in coaching? And I guarantee you, ChatGPT is going to give you a really great outline when you start with your heart first and you start with, what you want to do first. I always get told by my clients that ChatGPT gives me really good answers. And I think this is the key is like, I'm very detailed. I treat it like a friend and like my assistant. Some of my clients, we call it our assistant. And I'm very detailed and I start with what I think first, like who my client is, what I'm all about first. I give it a ton of information and I get really good responses that are really helpful. My second tip for you is sell before it's built. And this is the 90-minute workshop model that I teach our coaches and our clients how to do. I've taught clients how to do this over and over again, and it works. There's a very simple and fast path. The first thing is your pricing. What I recommend, and usually the first one our clients do, we start with like a $47 product with a $27 early bird ticket. So you can sell that early bird ticket maybe for a few weeks and then go to the full price. Then when I take that workshop and I make it a replay in an online course that they can just go through at any time, then we raise the price to $97. So if you don't know where to start, those are some good numbers for you. I also recommend always having bonuses. This could be like for us, it's an editable annual plan that people can use. Maybe it's a quick start video, or an even better idea is to have a one-on-one bonus session with you because that kind of seeds into future coaching with you. So if they've already done your digital product, they are the ones you want to be coaching with. Trust me, those are your best clients and most fun to work with. You also want a sales page. I would recommend, a lot of people are worried about websites. I do not care about you having a website right now. I would much rather you have a sales page, and a sales page for this digital product, because a page that is selling your product not only is going to generate income for you, but your bio is going to be on there. It's going to show what your hook and what you talk about and in a little bit of your story. It's going to make you look awesome, way even more than a website right now. So if you're wondering what type of page should I get up fast, get up a sales page. Let's start selling. Let's start putting our offer out there. Let's set a date for our live workshop. That's usually the hardest part of this, is setting the date. I usually recommend, a couple months out, setting that date, because remember, this is all about generating an income fast and selling tickets. You could start selling tickets to this live workshop next week. You can turn this around very, very quickly. Canva has website pages you can use as well. If you're one of our certified coaches, we have a template for you. But Canva has pages, so you can just use that. That's where a lot of our coaches do start, with just a very simple Canva page, not long term, but just to get started, you can get started with that. Or even a Google Doc, or a Canva PDF. You can make a Canva PDF. You can use PayPal. PayPal is really easy to start generating income from. So keep it simple. We make it super simple here. Don't let your mind overcomplicate this. It is not hard. The sections that you want to communicate, you want to have that hook. You want to talk to the, frustrations and challenge and pain points of your audience. You want to show the benefits of your product. Break down those 4 different sections: the price, the bonuses, your bio, who you are, and then some FAQs at the end. And that's it. That's all you need. And like I said, ChatGPT can help you kind of organize that and put that all together. And then the delivery, we're going to teach this live for 90 minutes, and then we're going to do Q&A at the end. There's not going to be a huge sales pitch at the end. So you don't have to worry too much about doing a huge sale at the end. Usually this is just very natural. If someone has spent 90 minutes in a Q&A with you, they like you and they want to keep working with you. And so they're interested in that next step, whether that's a free call with you or your coaching product or something that you're selling next. So delivering is fairly simple. You also don't want to get too much into like your story and who you are. You want to give them meat. They are paying for this workshop. This is a workshop you're working. That's why I call it a workshop. We are getting down to business. I'm not wasting time. I'm starting right away and I'm starting giving them good stuff right away. I'm not worried about holding back because they're not my clients. As you can see from this podcast, I give you guys everything. Like, give, and serve your audience. That's how that's how you will gain clients. Not by being worried about giving too much away. Who cares? Record that, split it into 4 modules. Zoom is super easy to get this done on. I'm on Zoom right now. That's how I record my podcast too. Upload that to a Vimeo, or you could upload it to YouTube as like a secret link, so only people who click that can see it, or Dropbox, Google Drive. Super easy. So just remember, like, even if 2 people buy, it's a success. Even if 1 person buys, it's a success because you validated that idea and created a product that you can sell forever. So even if you don't hit your goals before the workshop, well, you can continue to sell that years and years later. These are really good to sell on like a Black Friday, or like a spring sale I've done, or summer sale, or back to school sale, like just little promotions you can build into your marketing calendar over the year when you have these digital products, and you can kind of sprinkle them in to generate that additional income streams into your business. And then the third part is marketing. So we want to sell and fulfill this super simply. And so when it comes to your marketing calendar for this, like we're going to be leading up to this, right? So we're going to want to let people know, hey, I'm thinking about creating this workshop on this topic, kind of test it out, see what people say. We're going to want to launch that early bird program, do a big early bird push. Most of your clients are going to buy on that early bird pricing because once that promotion increases, there's a different price point. It's going to be higher. So people are going to want that deal if they're on the fence. So we want to make sure that we're marketing during that. And then, of course, during the workshop, we're going to have those daily reminders, especially if you're doing 2 different workshops, 2 different times. I always recommend doing it 2 different days. Like you could do it 1 on a weekend, 1 on a weekday, 1 at noon, 1 at 5, give people different opportunities, who might be working a day job or busy with their family at night, give people different options to be able to go. And then set those goals. And you can always then also have kind of like a checklist for when people do purchase. It's very, very simple. They'll buy through PayPal, they'll get your Zoom link. If you're sending out the recording afterwards, it doesn't even need to be fancy. It can just be like, here's the video, here's the workbook, here's how to get the bonus, and here's the invite to talk to me personally. Hey, if you enjoyed this workshop, let's chat. So make sure you're selling the outcome first. We're going to deliver that live, and then we can turn that into a product. People are not buying, they're buying change, they're buying transformation, they're buying the result that they're going to get from this. Okay. They're not buying, you get, 2 workbooks and a PDF, or, the deliverables, they're not going to care about. They want the change. They want the result. So our tips for you was to create that digital product, video-based, trust building, make it into that 90-minute workshop model. So it's fast, it's simple, they can get that quick win. And then tip 3 is to make your marketing and sales super simple. Focus in on that early bird promotion, put it out there, get that early feedback from people. Tell them, I'm thinking about doing this, get that interest, and then make it repeatable. So you're going to automate that email when someone does purchase after that live workshop. You can worry about that later. Don't worry about that now. Just get that live workshop going. Afterward, we can set up an automated email to make it super simple. So you can be completely hands-off, traveling with your family, at your day job, whatever, and you can be generating the income that you need. And I didn't even say this in the beginning, but my first sale came when I was at my day job. I sent an email out before I went to my day job, and I got thinking I was at lunch break or something, and I checked my email and there was an order from PayPal, and it was someone, I was in San Diego at that time, and it was someone in the UK. And I just thought I was like having a dance party in my cubicle that day because the first sale is the biggest one. It's always the hardest, but once you have one sale, it is repeatable. You know, someone wants it, someone spent money on it, and you can sell it again. So if today's episode inspired you and you're ready to create a product together step by step, please join me at my free challenge. I am doing a challenge. It's called Launch 3 Income Streams in 90 Days. It is free. It's for coaches, consultants, creatives, anyone who wants to map out multiple income streams in your business. And right now we need that. We can't just rely on coaching or just speaking or like one income stream. We need multiple income streams coming into our business right now. And so it starts Sunday, September 22nd, and I will help you design your premium one-on-one coaching offer. Or consulting offer, whatever your premium offer is going to be. First, we're going to make sure we know what your core premium offer is going to be. Then we're going to learn how to add passive income and group income streams in as well. So this could be through group coaching. It could be through a membership site. It could be through a digital product like we've talked about today. So I'm going to help you map it all out so you know exactly what to do. And then we're going to build your 90-day launch plan so you can hit your revenue goals. You can grab your free spot at www.classycareergirl.com/challenge. Spots are limited. So make sure that you sign up for that free challenge today. I am excited for our challenge, and I will hope to see you there and see you next time. Bye, everyone.